Namaskar, I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive online training-cum-orientation program for extensive use of Indian language primers. You are watching us live on PME Vidya channels 1 to 12 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. Today we are in day 5 of our online training-cum-orientation program, and on day 5 we are catering to the audiences from the northeastern region of the country. Yes, you heard it right. So today, on day 5, we are going to focus on what primers are, what was the pedagogical structure that was taken into account while developing the primers. Also, we will cover all essential themes of the Orientation Development Philosophy, NEP 2020, NCFFS 2022 Alignment, Implementation Strategies and Multilingual Support. And of course, we are discussing this collectively for the benefit of all the stakeholders out there, be it parents, teachers, SCERTs, teacher educators, and last but not the least, our students. I'm sure you must be having a lot of questions. And while we do encourage the use of primers, but why it should be encouraged and how they are really beneficial for young learners and for adults, this is something that is very important to ponder upon. And if you have doubts, any queries, please feel free to get in touch with us. Our phone number is 8800440559. Our email ID is dth.class12@ciit.nic.in. And on our YouTube handle NCERT Official as well, you can send us your questions, suggestions and your feedback. Now for the concluding session of this online training-cum-orientation program, for day 5 we are joined by our guest, Dr. Aleendra Brahma. Sir is Lecturer-cum-Junior Research Officer from CIIL Mysuru. Sir, namaskar and very warm welcome to the session.
Namaskar, madam. Namaskar, Harpreet.
Sir, it is actually very important that we discuss about each and everything about primers, because on these 5 days, we have been catering to audiences from different regions. Today, we are first time connecting this week with the audience of northeastern region. So I really want to start with the question, what are primers and how are they going to make a difference in the lives of students learning language specifically in the northeastern region, because there are so many tribal languages. And of course, we have scheduled languages as well, and there is cultural context that we have taken into account while designing the primers. So please tell us, what are primers and why should children be using it?
Yeah, Harpreet ji, yes, you can see that there are 8 states in Northeast India, including Sikkim.
Yeah.
So usually the education system in the country, it follows the state language or regional language. But if you see in these 8 states, from these 8 states, we have 4 scheduled languages,
Okay.
Assamese, Bodo, Manipuri and Nepali. And if you see the languages, you can see that in Assam, we can see Assamese and Bodo. So in Assam, we can have education in 2 mediums, Assamese and Bodo. There are other mediums also like Hindi, Bengali and English. But as the regional languages, local languages of Assam, we can have education in Assamese and Bodo.
Right.
Then in Sikkim or some other places like including West Bengal and Assam, we can have education in Nepali, and then in Manipur we can have education in Manipuri. But there are also some other languages like Hindi, English, okay, and Bengali. But if we see the non-scheduled languages, if you see the languages recognized from Northeast India, we have 65 out of 121 recognized languages as per the Census of India 2011. So from the 65 recognized languages from Northeast India, we can have education only few languages like Assamese, Bodo, Nepali and Manipuri. But what about the other languages, 60 languages or 61 languages in which we cannot or can take education? So these primers are basically to educate children in their mother tongues, in their languages,
Right, sir.
So we try to develop in the guidance of Ministry of Education, to develop primers which can assist, which can help the children, learn in their own mother tongue.
Right, sir.
And
So you
yeah.
have prepared the first slide of your PPT as well. If you can show that slide as well, where you have mentioned languages Nishi, Assamese, Manipuri, Khasi. So I mean, this is really nice because I think in brackets you have mentioned the number of speakers for those languages.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So this is an idea actually to present the languages of Northeast India. So there are 8 states. So I have taken these 8 states: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipuri, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura in alphabetical order.
Okay.
So in those states, which are the major languages based on the number of speakers. So we have 65 languages in Northeast India, but if we go state-wise and if we pick up the major languages from those states, we can see that Nishi is the major language spoken in Arunachal Pradesh, and the number of speakers, this is based on the Census of India 2011, the language report released in June 2018. So this is the number of speakers of Nishi language, and it is also called Dafla in the Census of India, which is actually a derogatory term for them. Nishi is the right term as per the community people, and Assamese and Boro are from Assam. Manipuri, or it is also called Mitelon, it is from Manipur. Khasi and Garo from Meghalaya, Mizo from Mizoram, Ao and Konyak from Nagaland, Nepali from Sikkim, and Kokboro from Tripura.
Right.
Yeah.
So these are very, I mean, very good figures, because there are people speaking these languages, the developing primers, because of course we want every child to learn in their own mother tongue. But how did you conceptualize this idea of developing primers for the northeastern region of the country? Of course, you mean CIIL Mysuru collaborated with NCERT. So what was the basic idea, how it all happened, if you can take us through that journey?
Yeah, the idea was actually as the Ministry of Education, initiated with a noble initiative that we should, make the kids of the country learn in their mother tongue. So, with that initiative of the Ministry of Education, Government of India, Central Institute of Indian Languages, in collaboration with National Council of Educational Research and Training, took up, developing Indian language primers for the languages listed in the Census of India. So we followed the list in the Census of India 2011. Accordingly, we picked up the languages, and we try to connect with stakeholders of those particular languages, the language authorities of that those languages. Like in some states, like in Assam, you can see that there are Sahitya Sabhas for language communities. There will be Assam Sahitya Sabha, Boro Sahitya Sabha, which are considered to be the authority, stakeholder of the language. So we consulted those people, those associations, and again we can have like literature board or literature society in Nagaland and Manipur. Like in Manipur, we can have like a Zime Literature Society. Those societies are the stakeholders, the authority of those languages. We try to consult, connect with them, and with their help and assistance, we could develop the
primers.
The primers.
Right.
Yeah.
And sir, I want to understand that because we have developed 121 language primers, of course we want to develop more primers, we want to come up with the audio format as well. What is this unique feature of primers that help children to get really engaged with these primers and to learn different languages? You have also mentioned in one of the slides of yours that how it is encouraging reading, writing and numeracy as well. So if you can just talk about it.
Yeah, so if we see the content of the primers, there are different different parts. Like the basic idea was to introduce the letters and numerals to the kids. So to introduce the letters in the alphabet of the language of the kids, we picked up like around 100 basic vocabulary items from diverse semantic domains, which are very familiar to the children. and we also collected corresponding images of the signified objects, which are very familiar and very localized to the children, so that they can easily recognize the image and the word for the image, and they also can recognize the letter used in writing the words. And then we also try to use words, very simple words, simple phrases and sentences, which are we can call child friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we introduced letters with words. There will be one head word and three sub words, which will represent the letters in a different position. Like initial position, if we are using the letter ka, then the first word in the sub words, the ka will be appearing in at the initial position. Then in the second word we will try to make it appear at the middle position, and the third word we will try to make it appear at the final position.
Okay.
But it depends on whether ka appears in all the three positions in that particular language.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
another part is of course the nursery rhymes, which are very
very
interesting
catchy
for the kids.
Yes.
For learning. Yeah.
Nursery rhymes are very catchy for students because they love singing and reciting rhymes, and along with that you have given pictures, because I remember one of my colleagues, I know she's from Nagaland. She says that of course she belongs to a tribe called Konyak, and then there are clans as well, king clan, warrior clans. So again, under tribes we also have different kind of clans. Now sir, it means there's so many languages. Do we have any table where you can just illustrate how many languages are there in different states? Because there are, I think, 63 primers for the northeastern region, I guess.
Yeah, I have already mentioned that there are 65 languages mentioned in Census of India 2011 from Northeast India, but we have taken here 63 languages. Why only 63? I will also tell you about it. So from Arunachal Pradesh, we took 7 languages. Those are Adi, and the second is Idu, variety of Nismi language, then Monpa, Nokte, Nishi, Tangsa, and Wansu. Then from Assam we have Assamese, Boro, Deuri, Dimasa, Mar, Karbi, Mising, Raba, and Tiwa. From Manipur we took 15 languages: Anal, Gangte, Kabui, Rongme, Impom, Liangmai, Manipuri, Mao, Maram, Maring, Paite, Tangkhul, Tarukupi, Jeme, and Jo. From Meghalaya we have 3: Garo, Khasi, and Koch. And from Mizoram we have Mizo, Lai, which is recorded as Poi.
Okay.
Actually, Poi is there. Actually, it's not the name of their language. Accepted by them. They call themselves as Lai.
Oh.
In case of Lakher also, Lakher is mentioned in Census of India 2011, but they call themselves as Mara. So we use the terms used by them also. From Nagaland we have 16 languages: Angami, Ao, Chang, Chokri, Kujale, then Khiamnungan. Kujale is not there in the Census of India report. It is written as Kheza, but again, as in case of Poi and Lakher, they like the name Kujale. Then we have Khiamnungan, then Konyak. You already mentioned about this language. Then Kuki, Lotha, Pom, Pochuri, Dengma, Sangtam, Sami. Sami is also, the name used by themselves. It is recorded as Sema in the Census of India. Again, Yemchung is the name, used by the community people, whereas Yemchungre is, recorded in the Census of India.
Okay.
The other language is Jeme, for which we have, developed 2 primers, one for Manipuri with Manipuri meaning, and the other Nagaland with English meaning. So we have 64 primers for 63 languages.
Okay.
From Sikkim we have Bhutia, Lepcha, Limbu, Nepali, Rai, Sherpa, and Tamang. And from Tripura we have Vishnupriya Manipuri, Alam, Pokborok, and Mok.
So 63 languages and 64 primers. But are there languages which you haven't covered for the primers?
Pardon?
I said 63 languages are there and you've developed 64 primers. Are there any languages that you haven't covered, that you haven't developed primers for?
Yeah, these are Chakesang and Zeliang.
Okay.
But actually, we have developed for these languages also.
Okay.
So how? I can tell you, explain you that I have written here primers not developed for which any Indian languages. I have listed here Chakesang and Zeliang, and you can see the color of these languages.
Yeah.
So there are three parts: Cha, Ke, and Sang.
Yes.
An acronym for three languages.
Oh.
So Cha it represents Chang.
Okay.
Then Ke is Keza and Sang is Sangtam.
Oh.
So this is combination of an acronym of Chang, Keza and Sangtam. This is actually community who three languages.
Okay.
So this is not the name of the language, but the name of the community where three languages are spoken. Likewise, we can have Zeliang. Here, Zeme and Liangmai.
Okay.
Two language communities are inside Zeliang. So it is an acronym of Zeme and Liangmai.
All right.
So it is not like we are not, we have not developed for these, communities, but we have developed, but not with these names.
Not with these names, right. So, what about the script for all these primers? How did you decide which script to be used for what language? Please tell us about the same.
Yeah, it actually follows like some kind of traditional use also. Like in some languages, they have already using some particular scripts. So which are accepted or recognized by the state government or the central government. Then we have gone with those scripts. But in case of some, there are some policies in states also, like in Manipuri. In 6 scheduled areas, they means the tribal people can use the Roman script like that, and there is not, we did not, face any problem as such, except for Kokborok, because the decision of which script will be used for Kokborok, it is still pending. So, but as in practice, we have produced Kokborok primer with Bengali script. Here I can show you that 13 scripts are used in writing these 63 languages from Northeast India. Number one, it is called Rong Ami or just Rong. This is used in writing Lepcha language from Sikkim, and Bengali is used in writing Vishnupriya Manipuri and Kokborok languages spoken in Tripura and Assam. Then Devanagari is used in writing Boro and Nepali. Rai script is used in writing Rai language from Sikkim. Kambota is a Tibetan, the script. It is used in writing Sherpa and Bhutia languages of Sikkim. Again, Tamil is used for a Sikkimese language called Tamang. Then Assamese is used in writing Assamese. Then Deuri, Rabha and Poch. Then Burmese is used in, this is very interesting that Burmese script is used in writing one language from India, that is called Mok language, M-O-G-H. It is used, spoken in Tripura. It is also spoken in Bangladesh and Myanmar. Then we have Mite Maek, which is, very recently, it is developed, it is a very old script, but recently it was, introduced again for Manipuri language, which was using Bengali script earlier. That is called Mite Maek. Mite means the people, Mite people, Maek means the script. Yeah. Then Roman script is excessively used in writing, as much as 45, recognized languages of Northeast India. And if we include Kokborok, as they are also demanding Roman script, it will be like 46, including Kokborok. Then we have Sirizonga, which is used in writing Limbu language from Sikkim. Again, Tangsa is a very recently developed script for Tangsa language from Arunachal Pradesh. It is a Naga language, and the same way Wansu was developed very recently for a Naga language called Wansu from Arunachal Pradesh.
Right. Now, sir, because I mentioned in the beginning of the session that these primers are very important for young learners and for adults. But to be precise, who all can use these primers?
Yeah, so this is actually these primers are basically developed for the early grade students. I mean the if you can see, we have written somewhere in the primer in the blurb that is a Bessel reader. Bessel reader means the book used to read in the base level.
Yeah.
So this may be called as the first book of the kids also, and it may be also used by some adult learners if they want to learn the language. So if we see that in Kendra Vidyalaya there are Balvatika levels. They have already introduced Balvatika levels starting from 3. 3 is like that is UKG level. Then Balvatika 2 is LKG level, and Balvatika 1 is the pre-KG level. So in 2023-24 already Kendriya Vidyalaya introduced the Balvatika levels. In those levels we can I think these primers will be useful. Yeah.
Right, sir.
And the first level, yeah.
Yes.
And in Navodaya Vidyalaya also you can see that there are levels called Early Childhood Care Education, ECCE. In those levels, these primers may be useful. Yeah, we think so.
So, sir, basically CIIL Mysuru collaborated with the NCERT, but you also took the support of community members in deciding on what content to include in the primers and how to design them, because you have to cater to the needs of the natives of that land as well, and that is our motto, because we want education to reach far and wide, and that is only possible through the language of the people that they're speaking in that region. So because it's now time for me to wind up the session, it is the concluding session of this orientation program. Is there anything else that probably I missed out on asking that you would like to share with the viewers very briefly, sir?
Yeah, so I will just point out one point here. It is very important, I think. So if we see how to implement these primers, there will be some other sites also, like if we have to use one particular primer. Suppose we are going to use Jeme primer in Manipur or in Nagaland in Kendriya Vidyalaya. So these primers are not self or auto instructional material. These are instructional materials. So educators should be present in the classroom with the students. So it will be challenge to engage people from that language community who can the kids in that particular language. That is one very big challenge. If we have to engage educators, language teachers for all the 121 languages, it will be a challenge, but I think government can do it. Then another thing is that how to find out the areas where these languages are spoken. So I have already mentioned that we have some stakeholders from the language community also. So we have already consulted them in developing these primers. They have already helped us a lot. So they can again help us in finding out the places where these languages are spoken, in which areas these primers should be distributed.
Absolutely. And then you can take the help of SCRTs and of course the community members to reach out the last mile learner. Sir, because we have time constraint, I have to wrap up the session over here. But thank you so much for your contribution, for your inputs, and how we can actually make use of these wonderful northeastern primers that you have developed with NCERT. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much.
So, dear viewers, that was our online training-cum-orientation program for extensive use of Indian language primers, where this week we talked about different regions of the country and different kind of primers that have been developed for those regions, for those learners. Please make use of the primers. You can access them you can through soft copies and hard copies, and we'll be coming up very soon with the audio formats as well. So with this, it's a wrap. I hope this training program was of some help to you. In case you still have queries, please feel free to reach out to us. on dth.class12@cit.nic.in. And let me now tell you very quickly about the upcoming programs. Here is the program schedule. So we're through with the session on primers, and then from 2 p.m. to 6:15 today we'll have back-to-back sessions. At 2 p.m. we will bring you a session of English. Please stay tuned for the session and do participate. With this as a wrap, this is me, Harpreet Kaur, taking leave of you, and we'll join you shortly. Namaskar.